Hey guys, Vuvu here. This is a battle I had against Dingo last week in Wi-Fi NU. Hope you enjoy. So I lead off with Zipstrika. I'm fearing that he's going to go for the Earthquake and go to Lumomola. He goes for the Stealth Rock on the switch, which, well, it's rather predictable, but I didn't really want to risk losing Zipstrika so early. So he's predicting the Waterfall. I predict that he's going to switch out and go for the Toxic. Get it on Thrall. He gets his Toxic boost, so I guess, there I didn't really get the advantage I was hoping for. Anyways, I go to Executor to avoid him getting lots of bulk ups up. He gets bulk up on the first turn as expected. And here, pretty much, I over-predicted and thought he would expect a Psychic, so I switched out to try to get switch momentum and get a kill or get damage on something with Hariyama, but obviously I overpredict and get it wrong, and Hariyama ends up taking a ton of damage. He sends me out to Lumomola, and at this point I don't want to risk him going for a Circle Throw again, so I just try to get damage on him and show that the Waterfall damage and the Toxic damage racks up, and hopefully I'll get a flinch or something to help me kill him. He keeps going for bulk up. He probably had rest. I don't know if on this turn he was going to use rest or not when I flinch him on the first turn, but if he was, kind of sucks, because if he had rest I'd be in a pretty tough spot. Anyways, I get another flinch, which is like really bad luck for him, and managed to get the kill on Thrall. So at this point, luck is kind of in my favor so far this match, and I'm at an early advantage. I want to see what he wants to do with Tangela. I'm not sure he's running Sleep Powder, and I'm not, in case he was probably predicting a switch, so he'd go for Sleep Powder, but he is running it instead of, if he had gone for Giga Drain, I would have assumed he doesn't have Sleep Powder. Anyways, I go to Hariyama, and he goes for Leech Seed, and Hariyama is getting annoyingly low on health at this point. I'm expecting a Giga Drain and go to Executor. He goes for the Giga Drain. I don't take much from that. At this point, I feel like he doesn't have anything to do to me with Tangela, so I try to get a wish up, put up a wish, and try to hopefully pass it to Hariyama. And I know he's probably going to roar with Altaria, predicting me to do that, but, better try to do it than waste a turn and go to something with full health and give it a wish. Yeah, he predicts it. There goes Hariyama. That goes Zipstrika. Here again, I'm over predicting. I'm assuming that he's going to know I'm running HP Ice, and therefore assuming that he's going to switch out. So I go for Volt Switch because he wasn't going to go to Golem if he was predicting HP Ice, obviously. So my thought process was that there's no way he's going to go to that. He stays in, goes for a Dragon Breath. I was pretty much assuming he was going to go for a status move of some sort, so I go to Licky Licky to get rid of the status. There's nothing he can do to me with Altaria. There's nothing I could really do to him either. So I just put up a wish, and obviously I'm not going to Hariyama this time. I'm just going to Executor, who is the safest switch-in I have to Golem, other than Lumomola. And I didn't want to go Lumomola because it's essentially a free switch-in for Tangela, because even if I Toxic it, he has Altaria to just get rid of the Toxic. He goes to Skuntank now, while I get up my wish. And here I know I'm assuming he's going to go for Pursuit, and I predict that he's going to, and I go for the Stun Spore, because I know that I can take a crunch regardless, when I'm at near full health. And I had the wish up, so there was no real point to just take damage. I get another wish up, and again he gets off a crunch. Here I'm just gonna protect and try to get my health back up. And at this point, again, I assume that he doesn't have Pursuit, since he keeps going for crunch. He hasn't gone for single Pursuit at this point, not even when I had my wish up last time. So I'm just gonna kind of risk it and go out. I'm assuming, at this point, I was assuming that he was choice banded because I haven't seen any indication that he's not choiced in some way. So I go to Momola, he can't do anything to that, and I know he's gonna switch out. So I go for Toxic. I get Toxic on the Tangela, and I think I'm going to Protect to just try to get a bit more damage on it. Yep, to get a bit more Toxic damage on it. And as he tries to Giga Drain me, he still hasn't slept anything, which is surprising. I just go to Executor because I know that even if he sleeps me, I still have Licky Licky to use Heal Bell and get rid of it. He goes for Hidden Power Fire, I assume. I think it's Fire. And I really wasn't expecting that at all. So, yeah, kind of shocked by that. This time, I'm pretty much, I don't know, I have my wish up. He's Eltaria. I'm assuming he's going to go for Aurora again because he doesn't want to let me get the wish to Hariyama no matter what. He roars me out to Armaldo, which isn't the preferred switch I have, but it's not bad either. Here, it's a good opportunity to get rid of rocks, but I was just, because he has Altaria and he has no spinner, I decided that getting up my own rocks is going to be more beneficial than spinning at that point. I go to Lumamola because there's really nothing Golem can do to it, and at this point I don't want Executor getting any more damage because he's at a point where, getting hit could be costly. I go for the Wish. He's low enough where I think he's going to go for the Roost. I don't think he's going to go for the Roar. And I thought he was going to go for either Heal Bell or Roost because he has Tangela Toxic and he's pretty low on health. So either way, he shouldn't be going for Roar. So I get the Wish off to Hariyama, which is a big play. I mean, a big play in the match. And I was predicting the switch to Tangela. And, close combat would have been better, but I didn't want to risk him staying in. Anyways, I Ice Punch again. He misses Leech Seed, which is pretty bad for him. Not huge, but bad enough. He goes into Skuntank, who takes damage, and I find out at this point that he's Leftovers. I was assuming Choice Band the whole time. And yeah, he goes for Crunch, gets a defense drop. Not a very big deal at all. I take Aftermath damage, which I honestly wasn't. I wasn't thinking that I was going to take that damage. I could, if I was predicting it, I just would have gone to Lomola to kill Skuntank. There was no reason to take that damage with Hariyama. And I stay in, he kills me. I go to Striker, and I was predicting the switch, and I knew that there's nothing he had that could take HP Ice. He goes to Golem. I know the Sucker Punch is coming, but I'm high enough that I don't think even a crit would take me out. So I felt, actually a crit would take me out, but I just didn't feel that switching out of Strike at that point would be beneficial for me. So I just stay in and kill Golem because I didn't want to let him get something else in. His Cryogonal out. Yeah, apparently he can take HPIs. Anyways, Cryogonal really can't do all that much to Licky Licky, even despite the fact that it's a Life Orb Cryogonal. But he gets Freeze on me, which is... I was very pissed during the actual match when I got frozen because essentially Licky Licky was guaranteeing my victory at that point because Tangela couldn't kill it very easily. It would be healing sleep and any kind of status for my whole team for the rest of the match. He had nothing to actually kill it. He had nothing that could do damage to it. And it was just the thing that could have helped me, clinch the match easily. He kills it. I don't get unfrozen at any point. And at this point, I am just like, fuck this, I'm going to lose. He goes for recover. I don't know if he was overestimating Cryogonal's physical bulk or underestimating Lomola's attack, but he takes more damage than he actually regained by using recover. So I try to kill him off. He goes to Tangela. Expected, honestly, it's not shocking that he goes to Tangela. I get a wish up predicting him to predict the switch to Executor. But he goes for the sleep powder instead of going for the hidden power fire, which is a good play. At this point I go to Armaldo just because I need something to die in order to get into a position where I can do something, because I need to get Zipstrika into the battle. If I get him in, I have two great options. I have Overheat and I have HP Ice, both of which are threatening to Tangela, both of which are threatening to at least one of the two other Mons on his team. So essentially he would have to pick what he was going to lose. He was either going to lose Cryogonal, if I went for HP Ice, he was either going to lose Altaria or Tangela, unless he went to Cryogonal. But if he went to Cryogonal and I went for Overheat, then he would lose Cryogonal. And Cryogonal was really the only thing that could do damage to the rest of my team at this point. Well, Tangela could try, but not really. Anyways, enough blabbering on my part. I just go to Lomola. I don't know why I do this switching around crap. I think it was like an attempt to get extra health on Executor in order to get to a point of health where I could get a wish up. But I pretty much utterly failed at that. So I just go back to my plan of letting Armaldo die. I just go for Stone Edge. I hope for crits. High crit ratio, whatnot. I just want to get damage on it, and if I can kill our Tangela with a bunch of crits in a row, great. But I was just, again, as I said, I just want Armaldo to die so I can get something else in, because there's nothing he can do for the rest of the match. I mean, while Tangela is alive, Armaldo is dead weight, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't do anything. And Executor I pretty much need I needed Executor just in case I was stuck against Altaria, so that I could stall it out with Wish and Protect. Even if it had Toxic, if I had at least one more team member left, I could just keep going in and out and try to stall it. There I predict the Giga Drain on Armaldo and go to Executor to take it, and again try to get a bit more health. Again, I fail because Giga Drain, I don't know, I forgot how much damage Giga Drain was doing, because that was like the lowest roll Giga Drain had done the whole match, and I still didn't get enough health back, so I don't know. Anyways, I go to Armaldo. Finally, I get what I want. I get it to die, and I get Zipstrika in. Again, as I said, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I just wanted to kill something. And I knew that Cryogonal was the more threatening thing to come in than Altaria. So I go for Overheat, and I take it out. Honestly, Altaria, at this point, I pretty much won, because I have Hidden Power Ice, which will kill Tangela. Yeah, no, I haven't actually won at this point yet. I need to still kill Altaria. I go to Executor, and he goes Cryogonal for the obvious switch, and I go for the obvious wish. Well, I'm going for the wish, and I get up the wish, and here I don't want him to recover at all. He doesn't. I don't know why he Ice Beamed me. He forgot about Life Orb. I don't know, but I just want to guarantee that he wasn't getting a lot of health back, even though he has Beastly Special Defense. The best move for me there was to just hit him, because if he predicted my Protect and went for Recover, he would be at 60 plus health and then he would be able to kill something for sure. Anyways, with Karlgan all dead, Zipstrika takes out Altaria easy with the HP Ice, and I win the battle. And anyways, that was a pretty good battle in my opinion. A few misplays on both sides. Hacks played a small role, but I don't feel that it impacted the overall quality of the match. So anyways, good battle, good game, Dingo. And yeah, see you next time, guys.